Okay, I think I'm back. Okay, so as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by stupid technology that's supposed to be smart. Ugh. So I just want you to know who I am personally, right? Like, I smoke cigarettes. I cuss like a sailor. Everybody that knows me tells me that. Okay? They judge me basically for it. I just don't give a damn. Um, which is part of the beauty of my life and why I want to teach what I know to you so that you can giggle about it too when people judge your ass, right? If you've done a check in with yourself and you're okay with the way you're doing things, by all means, continue to do them. Who gives a flying fuck what other people think, right? I mean, granted, there's a level of respect to give to people, especially children and elderly, um, in your language and your behavior. But be true to you and enjoy over being you, is what I'm trying to say. So, okay, I got that much off my chest. What else? Let me look at my notes. If you really knew me personally, you would know that I don't really have much of an ego. Like, I really just don't. I'm not vain. I'm not braggish. I am none of those things. But some of the things that I say when I'm trying to teach you who you could be may come across in a misunderstood way as being braggish or vain. And I assure you, I am not vain. I mean, I am just as guilty as everybody else at looking in the mirror at myself and finding flaws and fault, and then reminding myself of what I've learned, that you have to, give yourself good self-talk instead of negative self-talk. So I still practice what I preach in those kind of things. My computer still says I'm lagging very badly, so I'm going to try to ignore it and hope it goes away. I'm not a judgmental person either, even though I can clearly see where right and wrong are, and I'm trying to teach that to the masses. Doesn't mean that I'm judging you if you have been making bad choices or acting poorly. I'm really not, because I understand it from a higher perspective. I understand that we all have been there, wherever there is, at some point in our life, right? I have empathy for both sides. I'm also quite shy and very quiet in places around people, where I'm not familiar with my surroundings or the people that I'm surrounded by. However, I'm very much different once you get to know me. I'm the life of the party. I'm the loud one. I'm the exuberant one. I'm the hyper one. I'm the fun one, right? I'm the hostess with the mostest, if you know me. So also, with that being said, if you knew me personally, you would understand that for me to talk to this screen where there's two of me on it, and I don't even like to look at myself in the mirror, not because I just don't like what I'm looking at or whatever, or I'm trying to judge me or any of those negative things. I just don't even think about looking in a mirror, to be honest. I can go half a day without brushing my hair because I've never looked in a damn mirror. So I don't like really looking at myself because that's not something I'm used to doing, right? So to have two of me on the screen and I can't even look at either one of me, let alone being able to look at you. Like, I have to talk to this freaking computer instead of talking to people, right? I love being around people. It makes me vibe higher to be around people. It's very difficult for me to talk to this computer. I've been at this for 2 years now, and I'm just now getting to where I can speak more freely and stare at a split screen where there's two of me looking back and doing different things because of lag and bullshit. But I'm here because it's necessary. It's necessary for me to be out of my comfort zone in order for you to learn how to be in yours. Really. It's necessary for me to be out of my comfort zone in order to impart my wisdom on you so that you don't have to go through all of the things that I've been through, which is what I want for you deeply. So I'm being forced out of my crab shell, of my comfort zone. I done said all of that. Look at me, remembering what I wrote down. That's good. That's progress for me, you see? But anyway, the bottom line here is I just really need for you to know that I'm learning as I grow and as I glow just as much as you are, okay? And speaking of learning, I had no idea. Hold on, my eye got a little weird blurry there for a minute. I had no idea that I could stretch beyond my comfort zone in so many different ways and on so many different levels. But each time I did, I was impressed with myself. Okay? And that's a healthy kind of ego. When you've went through things, when you've faced the devil in you or the devil in others, and you come out on the other side finally smelling like a rose and seeing the light, you should be proud of that. You should. Absolutely. So each time that I have stretched myself beyond my own understanding of who I am and how strong I am, to look back on it, I was proud. I was amazed by what I've come through and what I actually learned from being there, right? And I want to share that kind of stuff with you. I want you to be encouraged to feel good, to feel not just okay, but good about being proud of yourself for what you've been through and you've survived and you've learned from. Because let's face it, folks, we're not taught how to love ourselves. I don't know anybody personally that knows how to truly honor their self the way that I do. And I don't say that from ego. I actually say that with great sadness. And I desperately want to teach it to all of you. I desperately want you all to have that for yourself. You deserve that. We all do. It's not fair for just one of us to have it, or just a few. That's something everyone should have. Self-love, self-respect, permission to do so. Real permission. My foot is asleep. I hate that. Okay, so let's look at my notes. Hold on. So yeah. After recharging from going through something and surviving it, we find ourselves into some other kind of crap in life, and yet again should be amazed with ourselves for the true willpower that we really truly have, and that we've really truly lessons that we've really truly learned from in doing so, in going through these things. And for me personally, which was part of my mission and is fine, I'm not saying this in a like a poor me kind of a way. Oh, I hate that my foot is asleep. Okay. For me personally, I know not only had to learn my own lessons, but I also had to learn how to teach y'all in a way that you could actually get it. And there's so much more that I'm still learning and still integrating into me before I can teach it to you. And I'm really excited about even our futures and what I can share with you in the future because of what I've been learning in the past 2, 3, 4 years, which is immense. Just when I thought I wasn't capable of stretching my brain any further, my brain stretched. And right now, currently, in my life, I fully live my life now in a very unapologetic way, but yet also a very loving way. It's very balanced, you know. I'm a Cancerian sun, moon, and rising. My Venus is in Gemini, and my Mars is in Sagittarius. And if anybody knows anything about the horoscopes and the zodiacs, they know that that's almost laughable. That's a hot fucking mess is what that is. That's who I was. I was born into that hot mess, right? So really hard life lessons for me. Really, really hard. Not to discredit anybody else's by no means. But all I'm saying here is that if I can achieve this level of wisdom and knowledge and I'm smiling and I'm happy and my life is content, God knows that yours can be too, okay? Like seriously. And I'm not saying that other people haven't went through things that are more horrendous than what I've experienced. I'm not trying to minimize anybody's anything. Okay, I promise. I'm just saying that I was a tough learn. I was a real tough learn. And if I can get through it and graduate, so can you. I'm still very emotional, but in a more healthy, balanced way at this point in my life. I'm no longer that fish out of water without my shell. As you can tell by me being able to do the videos now versus looking back 2 years ago, you know. And that's another funny thing too, because when people look back at my first videos that I was making, I had very dark hair. And everyone thinks, oh, well, she's dyed her hair blonde. But actually, it was the opposite. My hair has been platinum blonde for 30 years or better because I thought it blonde. True story. I thought it blonde. I didn't want to put the chemicals on my hair anymore. I didn't want to make the effort even. It was partially out of laziness. I'll be honest. That's a lot of trouble. Plus, I would get earaches every time I would use hair color. So I didn't want that bullshit anymore. So I thought my hair blonde. But when I started doing the videos, it was almost like I wanted to be incognito because I was so far out of my comfort zone. So I colored my hair dark. And then I was like, well, that's bullshit because now all my roots look white and it just looks like I've got gray hair. So I just decided to embrace me and go back to my platinum blonde hair. Which took me a minute to get there without ruining my hair. But yay, I'm finally there. And I don't have to do any more stuff. And haven't for a long time. Anyway, my point to all of this is I want you to see me as real. I want you to see me as on your level because I'm not any more special or important than anybody else in my mind. In my mind, we're all equals. We're all jaded. We're all here to learn lessons, and we're all here to share our gifts. I just happen to be the one person, maybe the one person. I think there's more people out there. I just haven't really found them. Except the one that was on Laura Eisenhower's show the other day. He may be on the same wavelength here. But I just have that one piece of the puzzle that connects all the rest of them. And I want to share it. I don't want to share it for credibility. I don't want to share it for notoriety. You know, hell, I keep putting off finishing my book even. Because it's not about publicity for me. It's about truly giving you the damn keys so that we can all unlock ourselves. We can all get out of slavery. We can all be free. Truly free. Like the real kind of fucking free that I know we can have because I live it every day. Every day. In all kinds of ways. So, okay, I just want to, real quick, I want to give you an example of how I live it every day. This is saying my lag shit's bad again. I don't know how to fucking fix this. Anyway, while I'm looking to fix it, let me just give you an example of how I really do live this every day. Okay? Yesterday, I took my 2 little kids and I went to town and we got some carry out food from Cluckers. I don't care to plug them. Whatever. Well, I don't even see a